everybody, welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies, and I was gonna make a review for the first Winnie the Pooh Blood Honey movie today, but I'm delaying all of that because we got ourselves a major announcement for James Gunn's DCU, and it's the announcement that we will see more of David Cornsweet's Superman very soon. What I'm going to be doing in this video is talking about this latest announcement from James Gunn, as well as where the excitement level for this movie will be. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on this announcement for the continuation of David Cornsweet's Superman. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so completely out of nowhere today, James Gunn went ahead on his social media, posted this image of Superman and Lex Luthor with a caption saying, "Man of Tomorrow, in theaters July 9th, 2027. Confirming not only that we will be getting this next Superman movie in less than 2 years, but the movie will be titled Man of Tomorrow, which I believe whenever Man of Steel 2 was in development, that was going to be the title for that sequel, Man of Tomorrow. And this is amazing because this is really the first time in a long time where we are getting an actual sequel to a Superman movie. Because when we were in the era of the DCEU, we were constantly waiting for a sequel to Henry Cavill's Superman, and we were waiting until ultimately that ended up never happening and the DCEU died. But now with the DCU, with David Cornsweet as our Superman, the movie also making $610 million at the global box office, Warner Bros. Seems to be confident enough to give Superman a sequel. And as of right now, the only actors that are confirmed to return for Man of Tomorrow will be David Cornsweet as Superman, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. They are the only confirmed actors to be returning for the sequel, but Isabella Marcet on her Instagram is seemingly teasing that she will be returning to Man of Tomorrow as the character of Hawkgirl, who is the character in the DCU, and if she's in there, I gotta hope that the Justice Gang, along with Nathan Fillion, Guy Gardner, and Metamorpho, will be returning. And I don't know if that would also mean Edie Caffidi as Mr. Terrific, because he was an absolute scene stealer in that newest Superman movie that we got over the summer. If he doesn't show up in Man of Tomorrow, then I hope that we do get to see more of Mr. Terrific in the DCU. But I also want to go ahead and focus on these pieces of artwork that Nicholas Hoult, James Gunn, and David Cornsweet went ahead and posted to their social medias, which to me kind of looks like some sort of fan art for this Superman fighting Lex Luthor. And if you take a look at the art, you see that Lex Luthor is wearing his green and purple armored suit that he wears in the comics, which to my understanding is for Lex Luthor to wear in order to stand a chance when fighting Superman in like a hand-to-hand combat fight. Now Lex Luthor at all did not wear this armor in this latest Superman movie that we got. It really was only for the henchmen of Lex Luthor. So I'm thinking that maybe we will be seeing Nicholas Hoult's Lex Luthor get in this armor, and so he could actually have a physical fight with Superman. Now I know the merchandise for this movie for some reason had Lex Luthor in that green suit, but he never wore that suit at all in the movie, so I'm hoping that he maybe will be wearing that suit in the actual Man of Tomorrow movie. But as of right now, that is really all we know about Man of Tomorrow. Just some of the cast members and a hint that Lex Luthor may be wearing his green and purple armor from the comics. That is all we generally know about this Man of Tomorrow movie as of right now. Which is where it leads us to fan speculation on what could go down in this movie. And me personally, I'm hopeful that we could see more of Millie Alcock as Supergirl after her small cameo in Superman and her own solo movie coming out next year. I honestly think it would be cool to see Millie Alcock's Supergirl and David Cornsweet's Superman team up to fight against Lex Luthor in this armor if he is going to be wearing it in the movie. But I also think that maybe Lex Luthor may not even be the main villain of this movie. I mean, when taking a look at the countless various Superman movies that we've gotten since like 1978, Lex Luthor has been the villain that has been used constantly, and it may be time for other Superman villains to get their moment to shine. And maybe one of those could be Brainiac, which, yeah, I do honestly hope that we do end up getting to see in James Gunn's DCU, because from what I know of the character of Brainiac, he sounds like a very cool villain for either a Superman movie or a Justice League movie whenever that happens. And I've seen online some people speculate that if Brainiac does appear in the DCU, he could be the one responsible for Krypton's destruction, which, if that does end up being the case, I would not mind that at all. But honestly, for right now, I think that maybe it is Lex Luthor as the main villain for Man of Tomorrow, and they might save Brainiac for like a third Superman movie or a Justice League team-up movie. But something that DC fans are going ahead and pointing out with the release date for Man of Tomorrow, it's stated for a July 9th, 2027 release. And another DC movie comes out in 2027, Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2, which is currently slated for an October 1st, 2027 release date. And there's been so much speculation on whether or not Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be set in the same DC universe as David Cornstark's Superman, the overall DCU. Now, me personally, I don't think this will be happening because Matt Reeves' Batman universe was pretty grounded with no fantastical elements to it, while the DCU with David Cornstark's Superman is very fantastical with pocket dimensions and metamorpho. But that's just my overall opinion. Either way, summer 2027 is going to be packed. I mean, we got Man of Tomorrow, but we also got Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and then a few days after, Shrek 5. And I'm very curious to see, out of those three, which will end up being the most successful in terms of the box office, which one will make the most money during the theatrical runs. But that's really everything we got right now for Man of Tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to this movie because I really like that first Superman movie. And this right here is now one of my most anticipated movies for 2027. But I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys excited for Man of Tomorrow to be happening? And what do you think could be going down in this movie? Go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comments section. And while you're at it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. And have a great day.